So Joe Biden met with Boris Johnson, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, in DC at the White House. And the title from Politico says, Joe Biden keeps Boris Johnson guessing. They have discovered they need each other to reset their reputation on the world stage. Now, I know that Biden needs to reset his reputation, so trying to figure out, what does Boris need to reset his reputation for? What exactly is Boris Johnson's problem on the world stage? Biden's got a lot of problems, that's for damn sure. But if you read the first paragraph of this article, you would think that Joe Biden is some sort of grandmaster chess player when it comes to foreign policy and geopolitics. At least that's the picture that Politico is painting of Joe Biden. They say here that Joe Biden likes to play hard to get with Boris Johnson, but shows just enough love to keep the special relationship between the UK and the US alive. So the whole article just continues on and on about how clever and smart Joe Biden is, and how he's playing like a carrot and stick game with the UK Prime Minister. You know, he's showing a little love, then he's showing a little bit of hard to get, and the UK Prime Minister is just lapping it up, right? And a lot of this is done because Joe Biden and the White House, you know, they want to punish Boris a little bit for his connection to Trump. In other words, because he kind of liked Orange Man. So that hasn't been lost on the Biden White House. So the strategy that they've undertaken is to be a little tough with Boris Johnson, and to kind of let him know that liking Trump, liking Orange Man, was reprehensible. But at the same time, as they're being tough with Boris Johnson, and they're teaching him a lesson, never like the Orange Man, they also want to be a little sweet and a little caring to the UK Prime Minister as well, and kind of win him over to the force, right? Move him away from the dark side and bring him over to the light. And that's kind of like how Politico is positioning this. You know, Joe Biden is playing 5D chess, 5D corn pop chess, and Boris Johnson is just kind of, you know, just taking it all in, you know, just basking in the awe that is Joe Biden. The foreign policy, geopolitical intelligence that is Sleepy Joe. Now, in the article, they also mention how Joe Biden has even thrown a bone to Boris Johnson, in that he is going to come to the environmental summit event that's going to be taking place in the UK called COP26, COP26 Environment Summit. And Joe Biden said that he's going to be there with bells on, insisting that he's anxious to attend. Joe Biden even gave a speech in front of the United Nations the other day at the General Assembly, where he talked about the need for all countries to start really fighting climate change. That's the next thing, by the way. The next thing is climate change. Once we get rid of the COOF agenda, the next thing is going to be climate change. That's how they're going to ramp up the QR codes, the surveillance, the passports, the restrictions, all that stuff. It's gonna be a climate change issue, right? You can only fly X amount of kilometers or miles, given, you know, your QR code status because of climate change. It's going to be stuff like that. You can only drive your electric Tesla car, you know, maybe 5 kilometers, and then Central Tesla Command is just going to stop your car. You can't go any further. They're going to pull stuff like that. That's the future, the dystopian future. Anyway, that was the meeting between Joe Biden and Boris Johnson. I'm going to play a couple of videos from that meeting at the Oval Office. But first things first. Before Boris Johnson actually stepped into the Oval Office to meet with Joe Biden, he actually decided that he should take a few minutes to meet with the President of the United States, Kamala Harris. Well, who Obama is pushing to be the President of the United States, right? The de facto pres. We'll call her the Vice President, or at least that's what Boris Johnson is calling her in his tweet. You can see here he says, a pleasure to meet VP Kamala Harris. The relationship between our two countries is absolutely vital as we #build back better from the pandemic. Now, the video I'm going to play from the Oval Office between the meeting between Boris Johnson and Joe Biden. You'll hear Joe Biden talk about Build Back Better in the clip that I'm going to play. They're not scared to say this word anymore. That's the one thing I'm noticing. They're fine to say Build Back Better. They just don't shy away from it. I think it's out there, and they're just kind of, they're embracing it, right? They're embracing it. There's no worries. Build Back Better, everybody. I mean, they said it when they were campaigning. I know that Joe Biden said it during his campaign. I know that Boris Johnson said it as well when he was campaigning. But now they're just, they're totally into it. Build Back Better. Trudeau has said it. This is it. There's no hiding it anymore. These guys are pushing the Build Back Better thing. From COOF to COP26 and the Environmental Summit in the UK. This is where we're heading, right? They're going to own nothing and be happy. So anyway, Boris Johnson, Kamala Harris, they masked up for this photo op. Of course, they had to put on their masks. I'm sure they took off the masks when all this was said and done. But before this gets posted on social media, they have to mask up. Even though both of the people here in this photo have taken the jab. And there's no one around them, obviously. There's no one within, 2 meters, the proper social distancing protocol. It's just Kamala and Boris, 2 vaccinated adults who decided to wear their masks for this photo op. Right? You gotta keep the hustle going. Gotta keep the hustle going, everybody. And that's Boris Johnson's meeting with the real head honcho. And here he is, back at the Oval Office. Let's play a video and listen to Sleepy Joe talk to the press here. It's really incredible how Joe Biden gets through these meetings without taking a nap or something or blanking out. I don't know what cocktail of whatever they're giving him, but whatever it is, it works. It's potent stuff. It works. Here he is.
The White House, where moments ago President Biden began a meeting with British Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Let's listen.
And our families and Cornwall, and since then our countries have worked in close cooperation on a whole range of things in our fellow democracies. We continue to work on, and we're going to talk about today, the ambitions we laid out at the G7. And we're turning to our revitalized Atlantic Charter to make it something we're going to turn into real action, so it plays a major role in the challenges we face. Earlier today, I addressed the United Nations General Assembly, and I made clear that climate has to be the core area of action for all of us. And as we look ahead to the UK-hosted COP26, which I'm really anxious to attend in Glasgow in November, Mr. Prime Minister.
Good.
And we're promoting our democratic.
Yeah.
We're going to be there.
Fantastic.
With bells on, as they say. And we're going to also, our economies have to work together, including through our Build Back Better World initiative that we launched at Carbis Bay. And today we're going to discuss the next steps and on all of this, and as well as how the U.S. and UK can continue our cooperation in Afghanistan and the Indo-Pacific and around the world. And I want to thank you again, Boris, for making the effort to be here. And I understand, Boris, I just want you to know, Boris, you came down on Amtrak, is that right?
I did, and you're a living deity.
I am. I've traveled millions of miles. You think I'm joking?
They love you.
Well, they should. I travel more on Amtrak. And I think if I were a conductor, I'd be #1 in seniority.
Yeah, so that Amtrak part is scripted. I'm sure they consulted with Boris and they told him that when Biden finishes up his little 1-minute spiel, Boris, he's going to talk about Amtrak. He's going to say, you came up with Amtrak, Boris, just nod, agree, talk about how Biden is just, an everyday Scranton type of guy, right? Always riding the Amtrak and just an everyday dude. And that was going to be how they finish off the this little banter between the two men. But yeah, they're owning it. Build Back Better. Just own it. Build Back Better. That's what it's all about. The COP26, what they decided when they had the G7. You heard Biden talk about it. The initiative that we agreed on at the G7. He said it. The Build Back Better initiative. The G7 agreed on it. That's the plan. That's how they're going to move forward. That's the strategy. They've got the the chalkboard up there. They've got their circles and their X's, and that's how they're going to move forward. That's the game plan. Build back better. Here's another video, actually, that I do want to play for everybody. And this is at the end of the meeting between Johnson and Biden. And I guess Biden's meds are starting to wear off, because what they do is they allow Boris Johnson to field questions from the media and the reporters that are in the Oval Office. But when it comes time for Biden to get a couple of questions, they just shut everything down. They heard the reporters together, and they just push them out. Just get out. No questions for Joe Biden. That's about it. It's ice cream time. It's nap time. Get out of the Oval Office. So no questions for Biden. Questions for Boris. No questions for the President of the United States. They do this all the time, actually. Whenever Biden has a meeting with another world leader, a one-on-one meeting, that other world leader is taking questions. The President of the United States is not taking questions from the American media. And mind you, this is an American media. This is a press that is going to give him softball questions. I mean, they're going to give him as easy a question as they could possibly throw his way. All he has to do is it's just going to be teed up. All he has to do is just boom, knock it out. But you know, we're dealing with Biden here, so he is under tight control, very tight scripted control. So let's play the video here, and you'll see how Boris answers like one question, and then they get to Biden, and that's it. They're about to throw Biden a question, and it's just like, not happening.
Unbalances the Belfast Good Friday Accords. That's the Belfast Good Friday Agreement. That's the. I think
Let's go. Thank you. What did he say?
I have no idea. I hope the microphone got it. I know. Megan. British reporters get questions, and we don't get any.
Did anyone ask?
You know what's funny is you see Biden's face when they're getting the reporters to get out, when they prevent them from asking a question. Biden's face is just like, you know, he doesn't know what the hell's going on. Let me find his facial expression. He's like a deer in headlights. Let me find it here. And pause it. So they're like, thank you. We're done. Here it is. There it is. You see? I mean, even Biden's just like, I mean, you can't. He's got his face covered, obviously. Once again, two people that have taken the jab, two world leaders, but obviously they need to keep the hustle moving. So they've got their masks on as well as they're doing this meeting. That tells you right away that this meeting between the two guys is completely useless. It's completely scripted, and there's no real substance to it. Two grown adult men, a president and a prime minister, and they're sitting here having this meeting with their masks. But look at Biden's face. I mean, his eyes. At least you can't see his face, but his eyes say everything, don't they? It's just kind of like I don't know. It's just kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, time for you guys to leave. Ice cream time. Ice cream time. Get out. But he's just like, yeah, you know, whatever the script is, that's his facial expression. You know, whatever it is, you guys have to leave. It's over. This is what I was told. This is how it all goes, and it's time for them to cart me away and put me back in the basement or something like that. Anyway, everybody, even the reporters were kind of like, even the reporters are starting to get, you know, like, what the hell's going on? You know, they're getting like shuffled out, right? Just get out. Get out. There they are. They're even just like, I don't know. This is just getting silly, isn't it? That's what they're saying to themselves. I mean, you know, where's their dignity? Where are the reporters' dignity or pride? I mean, I know that you're part of the Democrat machine and you have to please your Democrat overlords, but don't you have some dignity, some pride, some self-respect where you say, you know, just let us ask one question. Let us do our job just this once. please Jen Psaki, just this once, let us do our job and ask him one question. Degree of difficulty 5. Not a softball question. It won't be a 10, but just let us throw a 5 his way, right? Straight and down the middle, that's going to be the pitch, but we're going to put some pepper on it, you know, so he just can't hit it out of the park. We'll put some movement on that ball. Nope, none of that. Anyway, that is the video. That's all I've got for this story. Boris Johnson, meet Biden. Meet Joe Biden. All right, guys, that's the video. Go to the Duran.locals.com. Go to Rumble, Super U, BitChute, and Odyssey. You'll find my videos, Alexander's videos, Duran's videos are all there. And also go to the Duran shop and pick up some merchandise. Pick up a Duran shirt. Pick up there you go, a UK magic mug right there. You can all find that at the Duran shop. 10% off when you use the code REAL NEWS. Take care.